All right. Well, welcome to my live hangout test of the Linux broadcasting system. So this is all from Linux. I've got a webcam here. I'll give you a little tour in a second. Let's try this. I'm waiting for this to come up. So that came up. Seems like the audio is working. What about over here? That hasn't come up yet. It's come up on the same computer, but what about? Yep. Waiting. Yep. Excellent. All right. So this is from my Linux machine, which is cool. So because this is the machine that I actually use, and plus here, I can share directly from the machine itself, screens and stuff. So that's awesome. So I got this webcam, and most webcams supposedly work with Linux, but who knew? It's kind of low quality. It's a bit grainy. It's supposed to be higher quality. Not a very expensive webcam from Creative, but I don't know. I can't seem to turn it up. Maybe this is just how it is. Is this considered low light, possibly? What's it like without this thing? What's it like in lower light? Well, there's still that. So anyway, it's kind of cool because it has a long cord, you see. So, oh look, does that help? That might help taking the sticker off the lens. My teeth are all fucked up. Oh, coffee stain. I've been drinking a ton of coffee, so, well, I don't want to mount that there. I'm not really sure how this mount works. So, well, look, it's on loose, so I can take a little tour. Right, so what we have is behind me, of course, the whiteboard. There's some posters on the roof, which is angled. I'm in a loft. So we've got stuff over here, and then here's the computer screen and a keyboard that goes with this laptop that's on a docking station for one job I'm doing. It's my set over here, but the company's laptop. It's my phone. Some Galaxies. All right, as we go around here, we have one of the Linux screens and then the bigger Linux screen. Ooh. Gotta love that, right? And then over here you got the Mac Minis right here. And this machine is in this case up here. And then, as I said, this is this laptop. So, and then here is the loft. Where I worked a bunch. Last night I worked until 5:30 in the morning. No, sorry, I worked till like 3:30 or 4, I guess. I took a break and then worked until 4 in the end, like an extra half hour after a half-hour break, finished up. And then I played some video games for an hour. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty much working a lot up here. That looks a little bit better, but that doesn't look like high definition to me. I don't know. Frame rate's okay. So I got this equipment to test it because I'm going to buy. I have a $500 machine that I can buy in parts, and build a machine that I think would cost me, $1,000 to $1,300 to buy assembled. Plus, I get to decide myself. It has it's going to have a solid state drive instead of a moving hard drive and stuff. So you can do pretty good. And I want to make sure that it can video conference, because this is a machine I'm going to use to send to somebody that then, for getting the machine, they will try to train and learn how to do cloud IT system administration and whatnot. And to do that, we have to be able to share our keyboards, our desktops, keyboards as well, to control each other's thing, or each other's desktop. But I want the video conferencing to work. And it does, Grainy's fine. And this is a reasonable priced creative webcam. Grainy's okay as long as it's snap. As a matter of fact, I'd rather have a little bit low res, but you move quickly. See, I'm watching in here and it seems pretty quick. We'll see how it records. I don't normally just do this. I might use my hands, but that's just looks pretty good. It's supposed to be doing 30 frames a second, like whatever that is, movie quality traditionally. So this globe of the moon is the first thing I ever bought with my own money from my first honest to goodness job, not including mowing the lawn and getting an allowance and buying comic books, but when I had a job for somebody else. Which reminds me, actually, that's something we can do with this setup. I got a comment from a guy, and he said I was just a lazy bum taking off. He tried to talk about, he saw some old video. Well, I'll tell you. Okay, first let me find him. I got this thing over here. Let's see. And then I'll share it. What's the best way to do it? I mean, I've got my history, right? Yeah, history. Oh, no, that's right. I put it in this folder. That's up there. Got distracted over here just working on this thing. I'm going to find this guy. Here we go. Todd Reinhardt. Okay, so let's see how this works. I certainly hope you can hear that. Seems like you can. Let me see. I'll put over here, see, in this other computer. Working. What about over here? Rather have a little bit. Get over here, just working on this thing. It's delayed. Okay, so let's see how this works. own sweet time. I certainly hope you can hear that. Right. Seems like you can. Let me see. So how delayed is that? Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go back over here. I'm going to see if it makes that sound, right? Doesn't sound like you can hear the screen capture. Let me, this is a test, you guys. So sorry if you're bored, but not very sorry. So let's see. Doesn't seem to be recording the screen. What if I went? Yeah, what if I went to the settings? And linear. That's confusing me, huh? I couldn't hear any of that, so. So let's input. Testing 1, 2, 3. That's going to be a problem if it won't. I guess I could play videos over here and record them here. Do it Gary style, where you move the camera around wherever you want. Okay, let's try that. Let's see. How can I play that? Camera. Yeah, that's good enough, right? That's a good idea. Let me get this out of the way. Yeah, it looks right. That's not too disturbing. You guys sit at the front of the theater, right? I'll go read my screen and try to see private history, and you stalkers know who you are, stalkers. Okay, that's right. I'm talking about you. So what was I going to do again? I was going to go see this Reinhardt guy. No, that's called evidence, right? It's evidence I have. Why is that not the same as over there? Well, anyway, doesn't matter. I'll just do Todd Reinhardt. Right. Oh, and I'll also do myself here. I'll open a little screen too. This is a test, but I'm going to work into something here that's worthy of a test, at least. So I'm going to go. What video was it in is what I need to know. He said I was a mystic and so forth. And it was a 4-year-old video, so how would I know where that is? Yes. Yeah. That's right. So it's in this video. Can you hear that? I don't think so. Yeah, how will you hear it over here? Oh, so that's not going to work. But that, let's check this again. Over here. All right, on this video, objectivist.
All right, well, so far in this channel, I've told you my
objective metaphysics is dead. This is to see this thing. All right, on this video.
all right, well, so far in this channel, I've told you my
Trying to see if any audio comes through. Yeah, not really. Just takes a few minutes for it to show up over there, so I'm waiting to see. I just turned it. It hasn't shown up on the YouTube feed yet. There. Turned up the volume. Yeah, not really. Yeah, no, totally silent. Interesting. I wonder what I can do about that. There's so much extra cord, it has to be put out of the way. All right, so let's do this. Stop that. Okay, so an old video, and this guy, turns out he's just kind of like, you're a mystic. He's kind of like a version of Rocking Mr. E, but he's an atheist, but he likes Ted Cruz. So, yeah, for example. Well, I guess you can't listen to him, but I can share the page nonetheless. So let's get it up here. Oh. Okay, so we'll get this up here. It's playing some, you can't hear. Anyway, this guy left a trollish kind of comment. 37 years in radio. He's got a bunch of books. He has some videos like, let's go look at his videos. How to handle complainers, why atheists. His idea here is that secular mystics, of which he puts me in a category evidently, are inferior to the out-and-out metaphysical ones, like Ted Cruz and all of those guys. So I haven't listed most of the rest of these. But I left a comment in here. I started off excited about your approach. Then, about a minute in, where's my coffee? Should have had a coffee, not an empty mug. And about a minute in, I realized that you're just another childish, destructive existentialist. I'm still not an existentialist. I mean, I do not believe in that at all. I believe there's an error in the idea of to be just existing. It should be, something is happening. I'm a progressive because of time, things progress, and they could get, by your judgment, worse, or by your judgment, better, and by someone else's judgment, better or worse or better. But they don't just exist. He says then, and what's even more hilarious is that you think you've discovered something new. Yikes, I laughed, I yawned, and I moved on. Click, and I was back in reality. It's funny because it's like he likes to feel superior. You can tell from that already. So anyway, that's the test. If it was audio to hear, then it would work.